It is 6:33 now. All this week, we're listening to you. We're highlighting the voice of the voter in communities all across the Tampa Bay area.
This morning, ABC Action News reporter Chad Mills is live in Winter Haven. Good morning to you, Chad.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Egg Haven. It is one of the businesses that really makes this area special. And speaking of small businesses, we want to check in with some of the small business owners in our area right now to see what issues matter to them as we approach the November election. Our Polk County reporter, Rebecca Petit, has the one issue they want new leaders to address.
We wanted to hear from business owners about the most pressing issues for you this election cycle. Here's what you had to say. Small business owners are paying a lot of attention to the 2024 presidential campaign, as well as races on the state and local levels.
As business owners, we're always wary and we're always watching, and I think it's our benefit to really pay attention to what the candidates are really truly saying and what they truly believe in.
The top issue small business owners want candidates to tackle is inflation.
Inflation is always the top of the mark for everybody. I think in the past several years, the economy has gotten stronger, but stronger and weaker in the same.
The main thing is inflation. I mean, if everybody has to figure out where the groceries going to come from, then they're not going to take care of their nails, their hair, they're not going to want to buy ice cream or do anything above and beyond for themselves because they're barely making it for groceries.
Inflation in general, because we sell non-necessary items in a necessary world.
Closely behind inflation, small business owners say they want candidates to address tax policy.
I cannot afford to pay any more taxes than I'm already paying right now. We are a small business, and so that is certainly something from an old administration going into a new administration I hope continues.
I pay a lot of taxes. Everybody's got their hand in my pocket. And we're a small business, and it's just, I literally work for insurance and taxes.
Business owners tell me the government needs to make it more affordable to operate a small business in America. They're asking candidates to prioritize the rising cost of labor and goods.
I know as a business owner, whenever an election cycle comes around, our biggest concerns are, okay, how is this going to affect us in terms of cost of goods, cost of labor, taxes, any other additional regulations that we will have to deal with? A lot of that in turn has to be passed along to the consumer, unfortunately.
I think people have kind of lost the perspective that as we do increase minimum wage, so does everything else. There's that trickle down effect. And I think that's part of our inflation and part of our economy problem.
Some small business owners point to other issues for deciding on who to vote for in the upcoming presidential election.
Book bans are definitely a salient issue right now across the country. You have a lot of advocacy coming from multiple directions, but trying to infiltrate school libraries, public libraries, bookstores.
I do have a strong stance on diversity, inclusion, and equality. I believe that we have to be the front lines of that in small businesses. I think about my business here in Lakeland, Florida. I try to hire the most diverse candidates I possibly can.
Many business owners do not feel that the candidates for president are talking enough about small business issues.
I don't truly believe that they fully understand where we are, especially like small business.
I think at times politicians get too far removed from having their feet on the ground in the community. In other words, actually living the life of a small business owner or a resident in their community. What are the actual costs?
Are they going to spend some money on either one of the campaigns, so either one of the administrations on small business? Do they know what we're going through? Do we have resources for our cash flow? How do we take care of our employees? How do we do that? How do we bring diversity back into the workplace? And does either candidate really truly understand where we are, or are they just talking a big game?
I'm Polk County reporter Rebecca Petit, ABC Action News.